Yep.
Callum, another Champions League outing. Just your thoughts on this one ahead of Lazio at home?
Yeah, obviously a really exciting game. Start the competition at home tomorrow. Hopefully we can get this place rocking by performance on the pitch, the energy that we bring, and hopefully we can have a special night.
Ok, la domanda, pensieri prima della prima partita di Champions qui a casa domani sera. La risposta sì, sempre un evento emozionante, prima partita in casa, speriamo di far tremare lo stadio, giocare bene con tanta energia.
What learnings can you take from Feyenoord into this match?
Yeah, obviously the simple one is that we try and finish the game with 11v11. This level is tough enough when you have 11v11, never mind going down 2 players, so that is the obvious one. But I think we did a lot well in the first half, especially, good control of the ball, good control of the game defensively as well, and just that little couple of minutes before half time, obviously they get the set piece and they score from that, which undoes a lot of your good work. So just concentration as well, so it probably applies to the 2 aspects of the game. I think at this level it's concentration that you have to got to be switched on for 95 plus minutes if you want to get a positive result. So that is the obvious one. If we can take that in and play with big energy and good quality on the ball, then hopefully we can have a good night.
Ok, in risposta alla domanda da lezioni da prendere dalla partita contro il Feyenoord, la prima lezione più ovvia di provare a finire la partita 11 contro 11, già abbastanza duro a questo punto. Abbiamo fatto bene al primo tempo con la palla, con la strategia, con la difesa. Purtroppo abbiamo subito calcio da punizione prima dell'intervallo, però domani bisogna restare concentrati a questo livello, anche 95 minuti, anche di più, per ottenere un risultato positivo. Questa è una cosa ovvia, bisogna anche, ripeto, giocare con tanta energia domani sera.
The manager obviously mentioned that the target is European football after Christmas. For that to happen, how important are these home matches going to be in the Champions League and getting something out of those matches?
Yeah, spot on. I think we probably sit here every year and try and earmark that the home games are the positive ones where you kind of make your mark in the group. But it seems even more important this time around, having lost the first game. So if we can get points on the board tomorrow, then it gives us a good feeling. You've arrived in the competition, and then you earmark the rest of the home games to try and really push and give yourself a chance in the group.
Callum, it's been a long 2 weeks since that game over in the Netherlands. Teams won in different manners. You got that Livingston game where you had to play with 10 men at a tough pitch. And at the weekend there, score late, concede, score late again. Do you feel that in those 2 weeks the team has come a long way? You've grown quite a lot. Yeah,
exactly. I think those little bits where you got to come through adversity, I think that definitely makes the group stronger. And we're right at the start of our journey with this group, so sometimes you need those little moments to keep pushing you in the right direction, and it just galvanises the group, gives you belief that you're heading in the right direction. So you stick to your football, you stick to your principles, and even in the pressure situations, it's enough to get you over the line, like you see at the weekend there with 2 late goals. So it's been really positive the last couple of weeks, and like you say, we're just building nicely. So hopefully this is the perfect game for us to go and show probably the difference of where we were a couple of weeks ago to now.
You've played in plenty of big European games out there, and you talk about the little moments that keep building you forwards. Can tomorrow night be a big moment? Can a win here not kickstart your season, but put massive belief through all the players that something special can happen here and in this competition? Yeah,
that's it. We obviously arrive into the game, we're building, we're getting better every week, and there's a feeling for the group that's the case as well. So like you said, it's a perfect game. It's a big game here under the lights, Champions League. It doesn't get any bigger than that. So if you can go and have a positive performance and match that with a really positive result, then like you said, that gives everybody at the club a lift. It gives the players, it gives the supporters, and like you said, it makes you feel as if you're going in the right direction. So the recipe's there for a really big night, and it's up to the players to match that with performance.
Callum, we see how the game moves on year, and the budgets of some of the clubs and the standard of player. How much do you relish trying to compete at that level? And can you explain the difference between playing at the domestic level and in this Champions League level? What's it like actually for the players when you're out there?
Yeah, firstly, like you said, teams are spending millions and millions of pounds to compete in this tournament. So I think something as a club we have to aspire to in terms of performance level. We know that we don't have the resources some of these big teams, but I think when we get in there, if you have a competitive spirit and you have quality and you have the right idea and you keep building on that season on season, then you will bridge the gap eventually. So you have to push to do that. There's no point in just trying to become a good domestic team. You have to try and bridge that gap in Europe as well. And the conversations I've had with people at the club, that's the expectation, that's the aim, that's where we want to get to. So it's a big motivation for the guys that are here is to try and do something on the European stage. But like you said, you're playing against really good players, top level concentrations required, top level fitness, all of these things. So it's a brilliant test for the players, and the more and more that you're exposed to that, then it helps you. It certainly does. So us as a relatively young group, with enough experience in there to try and push, then it's superb for the players to be exposed to that. And like I said, the only way you're going to get better is if you're continually at this level and pushing and learning, and like I said, the expectations there to do well, then hopefully at some point we can bridge that gap.
You had a lot of good performances in Europe recently and over the years, but it's been a while since you've had a Champions League group stage win here. Are you overdue one?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, that is the ambition of the club is to perform better on the European stage. Obviously this is the highest level. We've done reasonably well at Europa League level, some decent wins here, but I think in this competition we're certainly due a big performance and a big sort of statement win. Like I said, tomorrow night is the next opportunity to do that. The group are full of confidence, so why can't we make it tomorrow night? And like you say, that would be a brilliant victory, and it would certainly set us on our way.
Callum, you're up against a Lazio team that have only won 2 of their 7 league games. Is that something you could take advantage of, their stuttering form, or does that make them more dangerous?
Can probably be a little bit of both, to be honest. They're clearly not their free-flowing best, and like you said, 2 out of 7. So there might be a little bit of vulnerability there. We've had a look at them on the video this morning. The boys know a bit about the players as well. So listen, they'll still be a top team. They've earned the right to be in the competition. So the expectation is that they're a top team, and although they've stuttered a little bit in the league, then I don't think it'll count for too much tomorrow night. It's probably more about us, how we approach the game, how we play. Can we impose a style on them, and let's see if we can have a good night. But listen, we know there's a top team and we have to respect that.
Callum, does what happened to you personally last year kind of fuel your hunger for this time? Obviously you nearly scored against Real Madrid here, a spectacular goal would have been, and then you get injured in Germany and that was your kind of tournament over. Does that just kind of make you more hungry to do well this time? Yeah,
exactly. When you suffer disappointment as a footballer, then that's what you use, for the rest of your career to try and fuel you, to try and make sure you bounce back in a positive way. So yeah, you're absolutely spot on. Hopefully we can stay fit, and the rest of the boys can stay fit as well, and hopefully we can have some positive performances and results in this campaign.
Buongiorno, Claudio Chiarini per Lazio Story. Quale giocatore della Lazio temi di più o ti impressiona di più?
Which Lazio player are you most afraid of or most impressed by?
We know they have a lot of quality, especially on the attacking line. You've got guys like Immobile, Luis Alberto, 2 very top players. Really good technique, good finishers. If you give Alberto time, he can dictate the tempo of the game. So it's probably 2 key men that we have to try and look after tomorrow night if we want to have a positive result.
Okay, so we've said that Lazio have had a bad start to the season, so what's the plan tomorrow night? Is it to go at them and attack them from the beginning, or maybe just be patient and wait until later in the match?
I think our approach won't change. We've been playing a certain style, fast attacking football, so we will approach the game in the same way. We'll try and have a quick start, try and get the crowd involved in the game, high intensity, high energy. If we can get the first goal, then great, and hopefully that can carry us through. But it'll be an intense performance from us.
Callum, you're no stranger to Lazio, obviously. 2019, you won the double header over them, Julian with a last minute winner at Celtic Park. Do you think about those kind of games going into this one, or is it a case of that's in the past, you're in the now?
Yeah, I think it's probably only me and James maybe left from the team that beat them home and away the last time. So we have to part that. Of course, it's a nice experience to draw on maybe, but that's only for one or two guys. So we're now a new group. We have to approach this game as a clean slate, and the way we've been working, really good, progressing, getting better every week. So it's a great stage for us to go and show the growth that we've had certainly in the last few weeks. And big opponent, Champions League night. The recipe's there for us to have a really good night. So we rest up today, and then full focus is on the game tomorrow.
Callum, you've got two young teammates in Gustav Lagerbielke and Odin Thiago Holm, who saw red in Feyenoord. Tough night for them a couple of weeks ago. How did the boys react to that at the time, and what part do you play as captain in helping pick them up from such adversity?
Yeah, listen, clearly they were disappointed, as you would be, but we've got a great group. The boys got around them straight away. It wasn't some malicious tackles or bad attitude, things like that. It was two honest attempts to try and get the ball. So you understand that people can make mistakes, and that is fine. But they've reacted well. They've trained well. They've come in about the group and been positive, and that's the main thing for the players, is that they respond in the right way. It's going to happen to everybody, throughout your career. Happens to Joe at the other end of his career, the other end of the spectrum. So it's just about how they bounce back, and to be honest, the two of them have been working ever so hard. So hopefully they've learned that little personal lesson. But the group is fully behind them.